That was something we talked about from the very beginning of season 2, but debated whether it would be the audience would buy it. We didn't want it to just seem arbitrary. But by the time we got there, we're like, this should work, and it did work, and it ended up being a major turning point for Anne's character as she goes down the dark and twisted path of being a witch, and her beloved husband.
Yeah, that really was the beginning of her identity crisis, because she was very much a good girl.
Yeah.
And refused to do bad, and then when she found out that who she thought she was not, then she, that distorted version of her past gave her the freedom to change and become something else.
Anne truly embodies, and she's a huge part of this season. Their marriage is a huge part of this season. We're calling it Scenes from a Marriage from Hell. And Anne's character truly does kind of embody the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and that doesn't change for her. It's just that she's going deeper and deeper. No, they moved the premiere. They moved the premiere from April to Halloween week. I think
it's a better season.
It's a better season for
nature.
us. They were premiering a couple of other shows that they didn't want everything to get in the way. There may or may not be something to the fact that we were up against Game of Thrones every week. It probably wasn't helping matters. So I think it's a little bit more of a wait, but I think it's a good move for us. And for the purposes of Comic-Con, it allowed us to cut together a 10-minute preview because the episodes are done. The devil is breaking all of his promises to the witches. He promised freedom and freedom from oppression and hypocrisy, when in fact all he really wanted was revenge against God, and by that revenge will entail the destruction of humanity. And so the witches are like, okay, he lied, we made a mistake. The only person who can stop him is the person who gave birth to him, and that's his mother. And his mother's dead. And that's the first few minutes of the season, is kind of sets that all in motion. And all of the characters become enlisted in that resistance against the devil.
Trying to dethrone him. I was hoping they would. That's kind of how I start, and you very much see Cotton trapped in his own mind and trying to do things, but physically, like, what he's thinking isn't happening with his body, and he's very much under her control and her manipulation. And I think in order to try to figure out how to escape from that circumstance, he has to do a lot of things that he wouldn't normally do and pretend to be certain things that he's not. And the whole scenes from the marriage thing, they really do, despite all of this, he understands that she's doing these things out of fear and of necessity, because her survival is at stake. And so on some level I do still love Anne, even though she's trapping me like I'm in misery. But he wants to make it work, and so we're going to explore whether that can work, if people can get over that kind of stuff.
From frame one, yes. You're going to find her in a most unexpected position, which is hinted at in the trailer. She has found there's a quote from Mercy regarding the time. Obviously, it's in the context of the time. The only women of power are whores and widows, and she intends to be both. And there's a strange romance that she falls in love this year. She's got a big year ahead. Yeah. It's probably not going to end well, because it never does for her.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like a 4-phase process. You start with the live animal approaching you, and you go, ah! And unfortunately for me, a lot of the times he made it into my mouth. Fortunately, he didn't pee. And then the live animal goes out, and then they have this rubber kind of plug that I could stick in my mouth with, like, a body that they made of fur. No animals harmed, don't worry. There's like a 3/4 one, and I go like, ah! and then there's a half one, and then a quarter one, and then like just the tail sticking out, and then so it's pretty uncomfortable. You get a lot of fur in your mouth, and I don't know where they got that fur. It's probably a shaved cat somewhere. But yeah, that's how they do it. That's a good question. It's
That's
probably
a really
mixed
good
bag.
question, actually. You know, it's like, I mean, we love all the actors, so it's not. There are no acts of
We're not
cruelty
really
is all.
suffering. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it can be. There's miserable moments.
Do you ever think
I
about
always
the
feel
practicality of like, oh, this is going to be uncomfortable for that actor or something?
You know, yeah, I do. I mean, especially with the young actor Oliver Bell playing Satan.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be careful about what you're asking an 11-year-old actor to do. So, like, you know, in some scenes, we have this amazing photo double who's actually a young lady. You know, the finale of season 2 when he's stabbing the countess, you can't ask a kid to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
So we had to shoot it very carefully. He wanted to do it. He was very bummed.